Hi, I'm Abby. I'm a current UD grad student and a former student at Wright State University, and this is how I grew while meeting with Christians on campus. So before meeting with Christians on campus, and even during some of my time with them, I have always been at least meeting with Christians, and I've always at least been having some kind of walk with the Lord and some kind of walk as a Christian. However, there were a lot of times where I was kind of doing it on my own and thought that it would be fine if I continued doing it on my own. And through a good part of my undergrad, I was continuing to do that on my own, even going to Bible studies and meetings with the club and just kind of showing up and being there for it and then immediately leaving and not forming any real relationships or connections with the people who were in the club. And this was kind of just the way that I was. This was my habit. And I remember hearing a word spoken at a conference while I was in my undergrad that explained that the Christian life is kind of like a cornfield, which works for someone from the Midwest, that the corn that's at the center of the cornfield is the tallest and the healthiest. And as you drive by a cornfield, the smallest and weakest stalks are the ones that are on the edges of the field, the ones that aren't really within all the other corn stalks. And this kind of became more real to me as I started meeting more with members of the club outside of just the Bible studies and having interactions with them and forming relationships not only of my own choice, but of them like kind of pursuing being around me. And I realized that after I had gotten to know some of the members of the club and after I had interacted more with them just humanly as people and gotten to know them, that when I heard them speaking in the Bible studies or in other meetings of the club, I realized that their words were a lot more salient to me, that I received what they said a lot more clearly and I listened to what they said a lot more intently because I had a relationship with them and because I knew them. And because they had been able to care for me through even outside of the club, just being stressed with school or taking me out to coffee. And I realized that through seeking those kinds of relationships and actually building up just a connection with the other people in the club, I was able not only to have friends and companions, but I was able to receive God speaking more clearly. That when those in the club were speaking God's word or sharing something that mattered to them, it was a lot more clear to me. And I was able to receive it and feel, built up and feel fed a lot more than when I was just working on my own. And so that's what I got to learn. And I'd say if I were to look forward to what I can do more to grow, it would be to really take more opportunities, even when I feel busy or feel stressed, to continue meeting with people and continue going to Bible studies, even when it feels like I don't have time, because their words are always there when I take the time to go and form those relationships.